Hi, Leafs fans. You're getting screwed. I don't know any other way to put it. I put on my Leafs jersey. It's a FNUF jersey, so that way you guys know that you're getting hosed. So today, MLSE, brilliant, is announcing that they're raising ticket prices by, I believe it says $8 to $16 per ticket in season packages. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money that they're adding. And why are they doing this? Because they want to help the customer. That's right. Their prime concern is ticket prices are too low in Toronto, and scalpers are making a lot of money. Bullshit. See, I remember when there was a war between Vancouver media and Vancouver sports and scalpers. And then at one point, both the media and teams seemed to go, to hell with it. It's going to happen. If I buy a ticket, let's say I buy a ticket to a Canucks game, I'm not a hockey fan. So I buy a ticket to a Canucks game for $60 and I can sell it to my friend Bill for $80. I make $20. That's, essentially scalping. I gave the team what they said the value of that ticket was. What I do with the ticket after I've bought it isn't illegal. Yes. And before anybody says anything, is scalping a problem? Sure. I love to watch scalpers eat tickets. The best time to go to a hockey game, if you don't mind missing some of it, is about halfway through the first. Scalpers prices come way down. But the idea that if you raise ticket prices, you're going to stop scalpers? No. And they're like, well, it makes their profits go down. No. This is Toronto. These are the Toronto Maple Leafs. Their tickets are in more demand than almost anywhere else in North America. Toronto fans comprise more than half the stadium in Vancouver when they come out here. They comprise half the stadium in almost any Canadian city. And in Ottawa, they drown out Senators fans half the time. You go down to Florida, you go to Carolina, if it's a Leafs game, you're going to hear a lot of Leafs cheering going on. You're going to think they're in Toronto. To state that you're jacking up ticket prices because you want to punish scalpers is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It doesn't work that way. It to me sounds just as ridiculous as when the internet's doing whatever and people are doing whatever to stay ahead of hackers. Hackers will always be on the cusp of being ahead of you if they're not ahead of you already. And screwing over the consumer, because you're saying you're trying to screw over um, the hackers. I think the best example for me with that is how Microsoft and computer companies tell you have to upgrade all the time. Upgrade, 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 upgrade. Oh, this is important. This is XP dead. This dead. That dead. Everything Microsoft did 3 years ago is dead now. Because you gotta. Oh no, security reasons. We gotta dead, dead, dead. It's whack-a-mole, and it's the customer that pays. And much like for us with software and computers and all that, when as sports fans, we're paying through the nose too. I did the video last night on counterfeit jerseys. Counterfeit jerseys are a market because jerseys are expensive. I'm not denying jerseys are expensive. I paid $40 for this beauty though. But I'm not wearing this tonight. As tempting as it would be to wear a Leafs jersey, especially Dion Phaneuf to a Bruins Vancouver game, just to baffle people, I'm not doing it. I'm not that crazy. But again, if I'm a season ticket holder and I want to resell a ticket, for the Leafs to come out and say, okay, we're going to charge you extra. Well, what if I'm a season ticket holder and I'm not a scalper? You're still charging me. You're taking my money because you want them to make less. And they say, oh, well, this way there's more tickets available to the consumers. No, there isn't. The scalpers will still buy the tickets. They will still buy them because it's what they do. It's how they make money. By jacking up the price, they jack up their price. That's how it works. It's no different than when I hear a government's, when I hear this in the States a lot right now. We're going to put tariffs here, we're going to put tax there, and we're going to tax this and tax that, and companies are going to pay if they bring goods into our country. No. That cost gets paid on to the consumer. If you pay a 10%, if you charge a 10% tariff on all incoming goods to the US, that tariff gets passed on to the consumer. Of corporations don't work that way, and people don't work that way. A scalper isn't going to go, oh, well, the price of this ticket's $16 higher than last year. I guess I'm not making any money on it. No. Now my starting price is $16 higher than last year. Fixed. It's not going to negatively affect scalpers, but it certainly will negatively affect Leafs fans. It's not like Toronto Maple Leafs tickets are cheap to begin with. It's not like Toronto's been giving them away. It's not like when the team was crappy, the Leafs went, you know what, we're going to half the price of the tickets. The ticket prices come down. I heard rumors they did. Were they still higher than a lot of other teams in the NHL? Absolutely, because it's a supply and demand. And now that the Leafs are a good team and they're on the verge of making the playoffs, that demand went up. So in my eyes, MLSE did this so they can make more money. And I'm okay with that, but admit it. Don't come out and say, well, we're doing this for the fans. Like if you go into a store and you see like everything on the shelf has gone up by 50 cents from what it was yesterday. You go up to the guy behind the counter and go, what are you doing? Well, we've had some shoplifting. So actually, no, it wasn't really shoplifting. People were buying stuff from us, but then they were standing in front of the store and selling it for more, and we don't like that. It's not theft. Scalpers aren't thieves. There are some miscreants that screw around and resell tickets. There are some pricks that do that resell the same ticket over and over and over again. They get caught, they get exposed. There was one that was exposed on the news last year. It was actually really funny because as soon as he's confronted, he starts running, and it's like, dude, your face is on TV. Where do you think you're running? But it's frustrating to me as a fan because every time I turn around, the price is going up. It's not coming down. And rather than a company admitting, we've decided to make some extra money, they try to make it sound like they're doing it for our benefit. Like every time a jersey goes up in price, they go, well, went up in price, but look, we changed the stitching. It's a better shirt now. Still didn't cost you any extra to make it, you douchebags. When I started collecting hockey jerseys in 1991, I paid $45.99 a jersey. They were replicas. The genuine article was $150. That's back in 1991, 92. $150 you could get the real thing, $50 you could get the replica. So, again, I'm sure the price of a jersey has tripled since then because they're looking out for my well-being and my safety. In that same period of time, the price of a good pair of jeans has gone from $30 to $50, $60 of the same variety. So it's about doubled. Whereas sports memorabilia has tripled. But I'm sure they're doing it for our benefit. And I'm sure Leafs fans today are really happy that the price is going up. Because as a season ticket holder, you should be so happy to know that they're doing it to punish people who bought the tickets legally. Scalping, it sucks and it's kind of greasy, but whatever. If I go in and I buy something and I want to resell it, I can resell it. Nobody can tell me I can't. Just ask Sony and Xbox what happens when you sell something and you tell somebody, okay, now you own this and you're not allowed to sell it again. Ask Sony and Xbox what kind of backlash they got. You buy a video game, you're tired of it, you want to resell it? No, it's yours. You're not allowed to resell it. We won't allow it. Why should sports tickets be any different? And like I said, you can get deal on Scalpers tickets. Does this mean that if a scalper is giving, a ticket to a game that he paid $80 for each ticket and he's giving them up for 50 because that game doesn't mean anything, does that mean the NHL gives you a discount on your season tickets because they notice scalpers are selling the tickets for less? No. So nice try, MLSE. Nice try. And sadly, it is the consumer who pays once again. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Let me know how you guys feel about ticket prices in general. I think they're high. That's why I wouldn't pay full price. We're not paying full price for this game tonight. We're paying $40 a ticket, and it's through somebody who's a season ticket holder and wasn't going tonight. He has the right to sell that ticket. And if the Canucks turn around and say, well, we're raising ticket prices because Shannon and his woman got in for $40, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't, the math doesn't work. The Leafs are not losing money. The Leafs are one of the most profitable teams in the NHL. They're not losing money. And no matter how they try to spin this, that, well, we're trying to make sure there's more tickets available for fans. Really? Did they get cheaper? Because they don't. So, anyways, again, let me know what you guys think, and go ahead and like and subscribe, because it's a fun time right now. May not be a fun time if you're a season ticket holder in Toronto, and by all means, go ahead and vent below, because you have every reason to vent right now. I would be pissed.